Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am so excited for today's video. So we are hosting Easter at our house this year, and we're gonna do, people are coming over around 11, so probably around 11:30 noon we'll do a little bit of an Easter brunch. And everybody that's coming is bringing something, so I won't be making everything, but you'll be coming along for the tablescape setup, any kind of home refresh stuff, and then how I'm gonna try and display everything, and come along for the things that I am gonna make too. So we have a lot to do. It is Wednesday today, and obviously Easter is this coming Sunday. So we are gonna try and do a little bit of prep each day, so it's not everything like Saturday night, early Sunday morning before everybody comes. So I made a Pinterest board dedicated specifically to Easter and things that I want to put together. And then my sister-in-law is going to bring a nice little salad. I'm going to make some cucumber sandwiches, and I'm going to make this punch. So most of the people coming either don't drink or are kids. And so I thought I would just make it with like the juice and everything else that's in there, and then have some Prosecco or white wine on the side. So if people want to add it in, they're welcome to, but the core of it all will just be the punch itself. Okay, I'm gonna go full like pre-internet almost, and like print out all the recipes that I'm gonna make, because I want to be able to lay them all out and see the time frames that everything needs for cooking, and that will help me decide when to start what and what should go first. My list of the menu that I actually have, because it's not all in the Pinterest board, because some of the things are just things that I know we are going to do that I don't need a recipe for necessarily, or it just didn't pop up in like the algorithm of Pinterest. But so I have my list of attendees, and then I have all of the items that we're gonna have. And so some of the things I have marked like who's bringing them, which is great. And then some of the things are just gonna be bought like later on. Like the croissants, I'm either gonna get like Saturday or Sunday. I need to check with, I'm gonna look at some bakeries and things and see when they're open, just so if I do need to go Sunday morning, or if I can, honestly, because they'll be way fresher, I can plan to do that early. And then the cakes, I am going to do those, I think on Saturday, just so I have them all ready out of the way. And then the appetizers, I'm still kind of going back and forth how I wanna do those. Since it is gonna be a brunch, the main items are, I'm gonna have some like, I wanna do some cute little cucumber sandwiches. I feel like that's very spring and kind of like brunch tea party. And I haven't actually ever made them before, so I thought it'd be cute. And I have like a little tiered thing. It'll be cute. But, so from our registry this year, when we got married, I tried to focus it on things that like are really nice to have, but you don't always necessarily wanna buy yourself. So a lot of that is entertaining things. So we got this really nice matching set of like a punch bowl that's really pretty, a water drink dispenser, like an ice bucket, and like a champagne bucket. So all of these things, obviously you don't have to use them for alcohol, and I'm not going to for a lot of this stuff, but it'll be fun to have it all like displayed and laid out. And then same with the tableware. We have like matching silverware for everybody, matching plates for everybody. I have like a china set that is very spring and Easter that I'm gonna use. It has like all different size plates and teacups and things like that we're gonna use. So that's gonna be later on that we'll actually get to doing the tablescape, because I have some really cute ideas saved for that too. But until then, I wanna print out the recipes and just have everything laid out, so then I can really see how much time everything's gonna take. And then that will also help, just because if it's not, because it's not just me making it, Charlie's gonna be making some of the things too. So it will be helpful for us both to refer back to like the same things and not have to like keep unlocking our phones and stuff. It'll just be like all right there. So I'm gonna go through, print off every recipe with like maybe a little picture, so we just have everything like organized in our heads, and we'll go from there. So Crate & Barrel, that's where we did most of the stuff for our registry through. They have within, I think, I don't know how, for sure like 6 months, after your wedding, like it's like 15% off. And I saw today they're having like a spring hosting sale. So any of the things that we didn't get on our registry, like the punch bowl is beautiful and great, but we don't have like the ladle that goes in it. So I want to see if I can pick up that. There was like a cake stand I want to get, since we're doing 2 cakes, try to have 2 stands. And like that's kind of stuff that, yes, it's like I'm getting it for Easter, but it's also things that I will have like forever in my kitchen. So I'm excited to invest in some of those pieces. And the other day I did go and get like some nice new cheese knives and stuff. And we have like a marbled cheese dome that's really cool that I might try and set out. So I still need to iron out like the appetizer stuff, but the meal stuff is definitely locked in. We're doing a ham, croissants, so people could do like a sandwich if they want. And then some cheesy potatoes and like a French toast bake. So that'll kind of be like the brunch element in there. And then like a spring berry salad. And I think that's it for like the meal. But then, like I said, I want to make the cucumber sandwiches before. Maybe like a veggie tray or like a charcuterie board. And then after, I'm gonna do a carrot cake and either like a lemon pound cake, something like that. And then either do the strawberries on top of the pound cake or like on their own little tray. So lots to do. It's not very much time. So I went through, printed everything off. And I also need to go through and make sure we have all the ingredients, because I'd like to just have like all the grocery shopping done for what I can. And then I can just like make things as I have time for them. Which I did go to the grocery store this morning and get some stuff, but now that I've chosen like the official recipes, I think there's probably a couple other things I'm gonna have to get, which I'm gonna run errands later anyway, so it all works out fine, but go through. Okay, so I did my Crate and Barrel stop. And I wanted to show you all what I ended up getting, because it's going to be the perfect addition to the collection I have for entertaining things. So, this is the little punch bowl scoop. Super cute. So we'll get to setting up that later. I'm gonna get a little table from the other room and do kind of along the picture wall, kind of like a drink station for the punch, and like a water dispenser and like a little champagne bucket. And then this is the white platter that I ended up getting. It is the either Mercer or Marin collection, and it has kind of that like handmade pottery edge, which I love, and it matches all of the plates that we have that we use like casually. And I thought it would be the perfect addition to go with, I have a clear cake plate that has a cover, but this one I thought would be good just to have, and I could easily put like another cake on here, which I'm gonna do 2 cakes, so that was the main reason. But I'm excited for these items, and we'll get to setting everything up later. But now I wanna do some of the cleaning ahead of time, and then today is Friday, so I also want to bake the carrot cake layers, and then I'll do the frosting for that probably tomorrow. Do most of our kind of like hors d'oeuvres, appetizers, things when people first come in the front door. So I'm gonna clear off the table, give it a wipe down, and then I think I'm gonna set out the dishes I'll put here, but of course not the food until like the morning of. running out to get a couple things. I specifically came to Trader Joe's just for the flowers, so we're gonna go in and get that. And then I also want to go to Home Goods and see if I can find any tea napkins and toothpicks for the cucumber sandwiches and the eggs. So we'll see what else we find there, and then maybe like a cute pot, because my mom gave me some ranunculus that are in just the plastic one, which I don't want to take it out of that just for drainage purposes, but it would be nice to have something that was cuter, because right now I put it out on the front steps. Here is some of the stuff I got at Home Goods. So I got this soap, which this brand, I love their foaming soap, but you can get them at like a lot of stores actually, but they're always cheapest at Home Goods. So I always do that. I also hate taking those stickers off. And then look at this cute apron. So I'm gonna be doing lots of baking once we have everything unpacked. So perfect for a nice little spring apron. And then this pot is the one I was telling you about, that I'll put the ranunculus in there, out there, but we'll do that later. And then from Trader Joe's, I got a series of flowers that I'm gonna put some water in. So also to go with the appetizers on the coffee table, I'm gonna do a little cheese and meat tray. So I got some stuff from Trader Joe's to assemble that, which that won't be until later too, but I figured while I was at Trader Joe's, it's nice to get stuff there because sometimes their cheeses are cheaper too than other grocery stores. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the flowers yet in terms of arrangements, but I do want to put them in water obviously, so I'm just gonna get one of my big round vases and put them all in the water, take off, well, I don't know, maybe I should take off the packaging at least, and then just leave them over here for when it comes time to decorate with them. And then I did get some little tea napkins too that I think will be perfect for the appetizers, but I'm gonna go get the ranunculus and put it in here. Yay. That's like the perfect size. Yay. So I'm gonna put this towards the front, honestly. Maybe I'll put it on that front table even if I don't. I don't know, it might be too big for the little table out there, or I'll put some of the arrangements out there so it's right there when everybody comes in the front door. I kind of like the idea of the drink table being over, kind of out of the way, because we're going to expand the table and it gets pretty tight over there pretty quick, and then people can come get their drink. They can get it right when they come in the door. Perfect.
So what broke? The pan? Or the...
No, the base broke more, so now it's like lopsided. Perfect. You want to put me in the middle?
Oh, I guess I could, yeah.
Oh, cute.